Hey, small town girl, can you guys hear me okay? Because I am using TikTok Studio and not my phone. Here, just because it's a larger screen and I can show you guys the full episode of what aired on Becca. Hi, Mafia Mama, how are you, my love? I'm feeling much better today. Hey, everybody, I'm gonna try to find this video. Hold on. It's on Court TV, guys. So I am going to play that for you guys. And I'm sure you'll be able to hear it really good through, because I am operating off of a different. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Annie. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the heart, me. I really appreciate it. I think she is okay. I talked to her earlier today. Let me see. You guys will be able to see the full screen once I get everything set up here. Thank you, Michelle. You probably are going to hear my dogs barking because they're going ballistic tonight. Every little noise in the house, they've got to alert me. So, hi, Sassy Katie. Hi, Brad's missing balls. I can't. I cannot. We're about to watch Court TV's. I wanted to come on tonight and show you guys Court TV's episode on Becca. Oh, yeah. It's about 17 minutes long. Hang on. I'm gonna get it turned up here.
Her body in
Can you
a
guys hear
remote
that?
Michigan forest. Prosecutors say her own mother and
Do you guys hear that when I'm playing it, or do I need to hook the speakers up? Okay, got it. I just want to make sure you guys can hear it. Everything's clear, for you guys to be able to hear it. Alright, give me just a minute. I can't see the chat or anything yet because I'm off the wrong screen. Alright. All right, give me 1 second, guys. We're getting ready to watch Court TV's thing on Rebecca as soon as I can get this thing to stupid cooperate with me. Okay. Now I can. Alright, let me turn my screen capture on so you guys can be able to see the screen. It looks so much bigger and it's so much better on TikTok Studio because I have the ability to share the full screen and drag it. Can you guys see I'm dragging it all over the place? I have that ability to where you guys can see it and hear it good instead of it being played from my phone because the phone doesn't show nearly as good as what I can on the screen. Hello, everybody. Yeah, it's the TikTok Studio app. Super helpful. Good evening, good evening. I am feeling a little better today. We're gonna play the Court TV. I am ready for Christmas. I will be absent a little bit coming Monday and Tuesday because I do have to take my grandfather for his procedure. So what is this? Oh, okay. Better. Is that? Hang on. And I can also drag it to fit. So if you guys want it larger, I can do that as well. Much better? Okay. Perfect. All right, got it. We're going to play Court TVs.
And stepfather lured her and cut the unborn baby from her womb, killing both mother and child. The horror of the crime stunned the community. As the hunt continues for the baby's remains, a family's hopes have been replaced by grief and a demand for...
So what we're doing is we're playing Court TV's edition for this. I've got it on TikTok Studio so that you guys are able to see it and hear it. And we will also try to get Steph's interview as well pulled up from last night.
Justice louder than ever. Tonight, the latest in this gruesome, shocking case.
I'm Benny Politan. Thank you so much for joining us tonight here on Closing Arguments. And I'm going to let you know at the top of the show, this is going to be a difficult hour. This is going to be a heavy hour because we are dealing with depravity tonight.
Thank you, love.
Adults who are not doing what they are supposed to do, which is what I say at the end of this program every night, night after night. Hug the kids, take care of the kids, protect the children. That's our job as adults. That didn't happen. And these stories are incredibly tragic, but there is a sense that justice needs to be found here. Let's start on another note here. When you're a grandparent, grandchildren are the prize, okay? You have children, you raise children. You know, I know, it's not always easy. It's rewarding, but it is work. It is hard. You worry. You stay up late. You get up early. run to practice with them. You're worried about their grades. You hope they're not being bullied. All of those things. And then they grow up and they become adults. And you're like, okay, that's good. Now what? The grandchildren. That's the prize for the grandparents, because you get to enjoy those children with a little bit less of the heavy lifting that you did as a parent, and your children then take care of that, right? That's the way it should be. They're the prize. At the end of all this is the prize for us. And when I say that, like, for grandparents, even
on Rebecca,
George and Cindy Anthony, you can say what you want about them. Kaylee Marie was their prize. Their daughter, yes, she got pregnant. They never knew who the father was, all of that. Their daughter was a horrible person, but the prize was Kaylee Marie Anthony. They loved that girl. They loved her so much that Cindy wanted to raise her and wanted Casey just kind of out of the picture because she was not being a responsible parent. That's another story for another time. But the point of it is that grandparents, we love our grandchildren. Okay, let's talk about Rebecca Park. She was full term, getting ready to bring life into the world. An amazing time, an amazing moment for anyone. Whatever your situation is, like you're getting ready to give birth, the miracle of life, then you're going to have this bundle of joy. It's going to be work, I get it, but it's a bundle of joy. Like, these are some of the best memories you'll have until you're a grandparent, right? Now let's talk about Courtney Bartholomew, her biological mother. She's accused of carving out her own grandchild out of her daughter's stomach. What? This story is beyond. Like someone, you're this close to being a grandma, and you're gonna carve that baby out of your daughter's stomach? What is going on here? All right, let's get to some more facts here. Rebecca Park, what do we know about her? 38 weeks pregnant, last seen November 3rd. Her remains were discovered November 25th in the Manistee National Forest. But the baby that she was carrying was not located with her body. Courtney Bartholomew, who is she? That's Rebecca Park's biological mother, but Rebecca was apparently raised by a couple who adopted her and her siblings. Then you have Brady Bartholomew. Who's he? That's Courtney's husband, the stepfather, the biological father of Rebecca Park, the victim here. What are the charges against these two? First-degree murder, felony murder, torture, conspiracy to commit torture, assault of a pregnant individual, conspiracy to commit assault, unlawful imprisonment, removing a body without medical examiner permission.
Yeah, he
now,
said Brady.
Prosecutors say that these two brought Rebecca to their home, forced her into another vehicle, took her into the woods where they stabbed her, forced her to lie on the ground while they cut that beautiful baby out. And investigators are saying, prosecutors are saying that both she and the baby died. But again, I don't believe they've found the baby yet. Now, there's two other people in all of this. Kimberly Park is Rebecca's sister, also arrested, charged with tampering with evidence, lying to a peace officer, and false report of a felony. And you've got another man, Richard Fleur. Who's he? This is Rebecca Park's fiancé.
Fleur.
He was
Richard
arrested,
Failer.
but charged with 2 counts of delivering methamphetamine. Okay, so not charged for what happened to his fiancée. Let's get some more details here. I'm bringing in anchor and reporter for 9 and 10 News in Cadillac, Michigan. Jody Meason is with us. Jody, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it. I know you guys have been all over this story, digging up all the details here. What do we know about the status of the baby? Has the baby's body ever been found? And if not, why do they believe that the baby is not alive?
Well, that's the question, and that's been captivating everybody here in the Cadillac area, is that baby has not been found yet.
I mean,
and they also don't know a motive for the crime as of yet. But what I've been, from the preliminary, from what they said during court, it seems like during the arraignment yesterday, they were saying based on the severity of the injuries, they believe that the baby would have died from the attack to Becca Park and the injuries that she sustained. They don't believe that baby would be alive. So they're still trying to figure out where that baby is. And as of right now, we don't know. So they are still looking for that baby. I know that the sheriff's department has been out actively investigating this. One thing that I did want to clarify,
Sure.
In your is the biological mother. She has not been in Becca Park's life up until she was about 18. She was adopted by, you had mentioned earlier, another family from the age of 1. And in fact, it was not only Becca, but it was Kimberly and an older brother that were adopted all at the same time. And I did speak to the mom that adopted them, and she says that she tried her best to keep them separate from this family because they were dangerous. And when Becca turned 18, she took it upon herself to go out and seek this family, and it's been a back and forth ever since.
That's such a tragic part of this story, Jody. You know, you have this adoptive.
Did you guys hear that? She spoke with Stephanie Park, who has said that she tried to keep Rebecca and Kimmy separate from this family. Let's wind that back just a little bit.
That were adopted all at the same time. And I did speak to the mom that adopted them, and she says that she tried her best to keep them separate from this family because they were dangerous. And when Becca turned 18, she took it upon herself to go out and seek this family, and it's been a back and forth ever since.
That's such a tragic part of this story, Jody. You know, you have this adoptive family, raises them, but like everyone, I guess not everyone, but most people who get adopted, you always see these stories on television. Oh, I just want to reunite with my biological family, and I guess that happened here, and it's been incredibly tragic and fatal at this point. When we talk about motive, you said they haven't mentioned a motive. So nothing in court about why. Was there bad blood? Was there any sort of strange family dynamics going on?
You know, it's really hard to determine. I've talked to a lot of the people in this case. I've talked to Richard, I've talked to Kimberly, and I've talked to Courtney. The only one I haven't talked to is Bradley. And they've all the stories were kind of very different. Like I remember, you know, after I talked to Richard and I was talking to Kimberly and Courtney, I felt like the stories just didn't coincide. There was just a lot of just weirdness surrounding it. Just different things from the descriptions that they were wearing, of the clothing, the time of night that they left, and just questions like somebody pulls up into your driveway and takes your biological daughter, and you've never seen this car before, and that's kind of weird, right? Usually, you know who your daughter's friends are, or if they've been in contact recently. She had said that they had talked a lot in recent days. In fact, she was over there. Becca was over there because they were planning a baby shower that was supposed to happen the following weekend, according to Courtney. But it's really hard because there's been a lot of misinformation given out, some of it from Courtney herself. And so I think that's where investigators really had to really dig deep and find out.
Some of it, ma'am, the entire story was told by Courtney herself. And people put together things that came from Courtney.
What is the truth here? Because there has been a lot of discrepancies with the stories.
Right, because this all began as a missing persons, right? And there's the investigation, and it wasn't until they found the body, and now the arrests have taken place. Jody, I wanted to play something for you that we found on Courtney's Facebook page. It was this recording. An unknown speaker is talking and providing, it seems like, some sort of an alibi for Courtney. Let's take a listen to it.
She gave me my meds at about 8:40. I don't remember a lot, as I just said. but she was there when I went to bed, and she was also there when I woke up the next day. I know that she never goes out and about when I'm sleeping, just because she doesn't like to drive at night.
Do we know any more of the details or background on who is speaking in this alleged alibi?
I know there is, Courtney does have a son that lives at the house. Just based off of, what I heard, if it was somebody that was living at the home, I would assume maybe perhaps that it was him, but, I can't confirm that. To me, that just makes sense.
Sure. And finally, Jody, how about the community there? I did see some images from inside the courtroom. Can you describe the impact of this story and this case at this point on this community?
It was emotional in court yesterday when all the details came out. I mean, we've been wanting to know for, close to a month now what happened. And that was the first time that the sheriff's department has really opened up about some of the details of the case.
Ma'am, where was you the day Rebecca was found? Ma'am, where was you when people were calling that news station to cover the search area for Rebecca Park? Where were you when the protests were being held outside of Courtney's house and your station received hundreds of calls? Oh, TikTok covered it. Remember?
And there was a lot of crying in the courtroom. Obviously, the details were horrific. The prosecutor said that it was evil personified because of just what they're accused of doing. So, and I think, to be fair, I think the sheriff's department, because it was a case that drew a lot of attention here in the area. I mean, we had people searching from over an hour away. People all over the state even have been invested in this story. I'm up here in northern Michigan, but I've been contacted by, family members from downstate that even wanted to know what was going on because they knew I was reporting on it. But the sheriff's department, they've been really tight-lipped, and I think they are just trying to gather that evidence, and they want to make sure that whoever did this, faces the consequences, and there's no chance of them getting out of this. So I think that's why they're being so tight-lipped. But it really kind of created the situation here where people wanted more information. They were really wanting to know what was happening, and there wasn't a lot of information. There was a lot of misinformation that was going on. And so I think, there was just this sense of sadness when we all found out what had happened and that it was at the hands of somebody that supposedly loved her. I got to tell you, as a reporter, I went to that Courtney's house. And
I see you, Justice for All. Steph, if you're still in here, Justice for All in the comments is Jimmy's mother. That is Jimmy's mom. She finally got TikTok. She's in here and she says, 9 and 10 ignored us too until my son's remains were discovered by a child.
And I talked to her, and to have somebody tell you a week after, of course she hasn't been convicted, but a week after she's accused of killing her daughter, and the way that she was talking to me, and she was just giving other things like maybe she ran away, maybe she's trying to get away from Richard. She has 2 older kids that are placed with her adopted mom, that her adopted mom is taking care of right now, and they were saying, well, maybe she didn't want to get her 3rd child taken from her. So it just felt like she had a lot of reasons for why she might have left. She said that she was concerned, but it was just a very weird kind of interaction.
Jody Mason, 9 and 10 News in Cadillac, Michigan. Appreciate your time. Thank you so much, and hopefully we'll speak more as this case progresses. We appreciate it. All right, let's bring in our think tank. Joining me live in studio tonight, criminal defense attorney Eklund Mercy, along with criminal defense attorney, law professor Meg Strickler, and the man behind the glasses, criminal defense attorney Josh Schiffer. Wow. Wow. What's going on here?
Meth.
Meth.
One word, meth.
But what's...
It fried their brains, made them not think right, and then do some really crazy things, mix with mental illness, and then maybe money.
Where meth is involved, logic and empathy is not. And that's the real issue. Once meth is involved, nothing makes sense. And things being, children being cut out of places, people dying, it happens when meth is involved. And that's just what it is.
But the one thing I will say about that, though, is that it's not just like they're doing it in some place. Like there's like they're taking her, driving her out to the woods. Like this is an involved plot.
It makes me actually hope that this infant has been trafficked away, and I'm hoping that the baby has survived and has been sold to either...
Did anybody catch that right there? Huh. Did anybody just catch that? I'm gonna go back.
They're taking her, driving her out to the woods. Like this is an involved plot.
It makes me actually hope that this infant has been trafficked away, and I'm hoping that the baby has survived. And
his name is Josh Schleifer, criminal defense attorney. You hope an infant child was trafficked? Are you out of your fucking mind? On national TV, you are going to really announce after a mother was cut open for her child, you're going to announce that you hope that that baby was trafficked? Let's go back and listen to his words.
And cut out of places, people dying, it happens when meth is involved. And that's just what it is.
But the one thing I will say about that, though, is that it's not just like they're doing it in some place. Like there's like they're taking her, driving her out to the woods. Like this is an involved plot.
It makes me actually hope that this infant has been trafficked away, and I'm hoping that the baby has survived and has been sold to either a meth head or some crazy trafficker, because then at least the baby's alive.
He hopes that the baby was sold to a meth head. On national TV, this man really just admitted that he hopes that this baby was trafficked and sold to a meth head. His words. I'll play it one more time for you guys.
Is that it's not just like they're doing it in some place. Like there's like they're taking her, driving her out to the woods. Like this is an involved plot.
It makes me actually hope that this infant has been trafficked away, and I'm hoping that the baby has survived and has been sold to either a meth head or some crazy trafficker, because then at least the baby's alive. And I have no clue what drives someone to cut a pregnant woman's stomach open and remove a baby. The moment you get there, we've left reality and reasonableness and are solely existing in mental health and drug-addled insanity. And the craziness, that screams meth. Meth makes you do things that are otherwise just illogically horrifying.
First of all, these statements on this court TV by this defense attorney, these people are blaming the unaliving of Rebecca Park due to meth and mental health. Smath and mental health was the cause of this. I don't care how much smath you take. I know plenty of people that have been on smath and raised their children and provided the best for them, even though they wasn't the best person. I know plenty of people that was higher than a Georgia pine, but provided for their children and put their children first. I know plenty of people that have been. My cousin, I lost her at 37 years old to fent. But you want to know what? She had a 12-year-old daughter she raised that was never taken from her. You know why? Because she put her daughter first. Her daughter was first. Anytime that child wanted school clothes, that child got it. Anything that child wanted, she got it first, and then she got her rugs. But you know what? Rugs don't define unaliving your own child and cutting the baby out of her stomach. That's not mental health, okay? That's just pure evil. Soulless is what that is. It's not because they're addicted to meth. You're putting a label on all meth addicts based upon meth making you do things that you don't realize you've done. Research the statistic of how many meth addicts will unalive their own child and cut their baby out. And come back and tell me how many. Usually they distance themselves when they're in their addiction. They distance themselves from their friends and family.
Fries your brain, literally. And I'm not trying to be a drug ad here. It's just we all three have had clients. Yeah, we've seen it. Yep.
So the other part of the story that I think is so tragic that we learned from Jody was this, reuniting with your biological family. Like, I am hooked on those videos. I'm in the algorithm and I watch them over and over, these happy reunions, the tears, the joy, and then the melding of the families, and we're catching up. This is bad.
But it's unfortunate it happens often. You have a lot of children who have these, souped up, hyped up Disney type ideas of what their family is supposed to be. And once and especially with the growing of 23andMe and things of that nature, that has been putting people together in situations that they shouldn't be in. But there's nothing that you can tell a child that will prevent them from wanting.
Right. Mm-hmm. You can understand it. You feel so bad for them.
These people are out of their mind. Unreal. You hope that a baby is graphic to a meth head when you're sitting on national TV claiming that a meth head did this? Huh. Wild. Wild work to me. Am I in the zone or am I hearing this correctly? They literally sat here and said, I hope that the child was trafficked to a meth head. In the next sentence, you're saying, well, Smith is what did this. This is why they cut the baby out of Rebecca Park's stomach. This is why they did this. This is why this occurred. It's because of Smith. But then you got a criminal defense attorney telling you that he hoped that it's trafficked to a Smith head? Are you okay? Genuinely, Court TV. Are you okay? You go back to when they start making excuses.
You know what
that,
was happening and
Hold on.
Progresses, we
We're
appreciate
going to replay that again.
it.
And you
brains
listen to
made them
this.
not think right, and then do some really crazy things mixed with mental illness, and then maybe money.
Where meth is involved, logic and empathy is not. And that's the real issue. Once meth is involved, nothing makes sense. And things being, children being cut out of places, people dying, it happens when meth is involved. And that's just what it is.
But the one thing I will say about that, though, is that it's not just like they're doing it in some place. Like there's like they're taking her, driving her out to the woods. Like this is an involved plot.
It makes me actually hope that this infant has been trafficked away, and I'm hoping that the baby has survived and has been sold to either a meth head or some crazy trafficker, because then at least the baby's alive. And I have no clue what drives someone to.
I hope the baby is trafficked away to some meth head or some crazy trafficker. Huh? One more time.
Children being cut out of places, people dying, it happens when meth is involved. And that's just what it is.
But the one thing I will say about that, though, is that it's not just like they're doing it in some place. Like there's like they're taking her, driving her out to the woods. Like this is an involved plot.
It makes me actually hope that this infant has been trafficked away, and I'm hoping that the baby has survived and has been sold to either a meth head or some crazy trafficker, because then at least the baby's alive. And I have no clue what drives someone to cut a pregnant woman's stomach open.
In the words of a defense attorney, I'm sorry, but I would not want that type of man right there defending me in any court of law. Wild work. You're claiming that Smith and mental health made Courtney and Brad unalive Rebecca Park. And in the next sentence, you hope that the baby was trafficked away to some Smith head or, some crazy trafficker. Because at least it'll be alive. The way I would have gotten up and walked out of that room right there and said, cut this interview. Ha. Why did you say that? Why would he say that? Dawn was 100% with Kimmy at the vigil. Yes. The way I am appalled that the interview Why is that? Why would you say that you hope that this infant was trafficked to some crazy trafficker or a meth head? Because at least it'll be alive. Are you saying you lack empathy for drug users? Or are you looking at Rebecca Park like another one of those drug users? Absolutely, Steph. Now let's show you a professional interview with News Nation, who did an interview with Steph's case files yesterday. Not once will you ever hear that. You won't hear that bullshit right there coming out of any one of their mouths. And the fact that you could bring yourself to say that is wild. Is wild. Court TV, I think you just disappointed a lot of people who truly loves the true crime. Court TV. Yes, my hat's off to Steph. Steph has done a fantastic job. Steph, is Court TV's uploaded on your YouTube yet from yesterday, or do I need to go to like actually Court TV? I'm not sure Chef has seen that interview. Absolutely. There's a time and a place to be professional. And that right there, national TV, that was embarrassing. That was embarrassing. I wonder if this is Steph's. Let's pull up News Nation from yesterday. Court TV that was embarrassing. I think this one might be it.
Vigil is scheduled to be held. She is this young mom-to-be that we told you about last night. She disappeared a little over a month ago while pregnant. Thing is, when she was found dead 3 weeks later in a national forest, she was no longer pregnant, and there was no sight of that baby anywhere. What's worse, Rebecca had been stabbed to death, and whoever did it cut her baby from her body. Rebecca Parks' fiance is now free to attend her vigil if he so chooses, and I say that because both he and Rebecca's sister, Kimberly, are out of jail tonight after a judge drastically reduced their bail to $5,000. Don't get mad yet. Don't get mad. Here's why. They were both arrested the day after Rebecca was found. Yeah, that's not good. But the sister was arrested for allegedly lying to the police and evidence tampering, not murder. And that fiance there on the right, he was arrested for allegedly delivering meth, but not murder. Not yet. So Kimberly, that girl there on the left, the sister, she's not going to be attending her sister Rebecca's service because she's confined to her house with an ankle bracelet. And I think it's real safe. I'm just going to go out on a limb here to say that Rebecca's biological mom and her stepdad, they're not going to be making the vigil either because Bradley Bartholomew there and that would be Courtney Bartholomew, his wife, they've also been jailed, but they're being held without bond. And their charges are a hell of a lot more serious, like first-degree murder, felony murder, torture, conspiracy to commit torture, assault on a pregnant individual causing miscarriage or stillbirth, conspiracy to commit assault on a pregnant individual causing miscarriage or stillbirth, unlawful imprisonment, and removal of a dead body. So I need to take a breath because that's a lot of talking, because that's a big list. And of course, that list is more than enough reason to deny those two a shot at bond, right? But at their arraignment this past Tuesday, I needed to pour more drinks because the judge cited something else. The fact that Courtney and Bradley Bartholomew both have long and ugly rap sheets. They both have records dating back more than 20 years, mostly for petty crimes, but not entirely. Bradley's record, let's start there. It starts in 1997 with what appears to be theft. Congratulations, Bradley. Nice way to start. The paperwork calls it receiving and concealing $100 or less, and there's a similar count of that in 2002. In 2001, he's charged with forgery. Get a little more serious. And then there's driving with a suspended license, which, honest to God, this seems to be a hobby of Bradley Bartholomew's because he's been busted for that 10 different times. But in 2011, that's when he really doubled down, got real serious about his criminal future. He was convicted of criminal sexual conduct in the third degree. In 2014, 2017, and 2024, he failed to comply with those pesky sex offender registration requirements, you know, for that whole sex charge from beforehand. But let's flip over to Courtney, shall we, his lovely wife. First, she ran afoul of the law in 2003. And yeah, okay, it was over an unlicensed dog, but she wet her whistle. Because the next year, she was caught with an unlawful license plate. Yeah, that's probably more serious. And then, like her husband, she had several arrests for driving with a suspended license. But then she got even more nasty. There's a charge in 2005 called financial transaction device fraud. And in 2018, another one for false or forged ID. So, seems like she's becoming a pro. Because in 2020, Courtney was convicted on 2 counts of lying to a peace officer. And in 2023, she falsely reported a misdemeanor. So yeah, career criminals just working their way up the felony ladder. True crime podcaster Stephanie Pratt has interviewed Courtney Bartholomew more than once. And she shared some of Courtney's comments right here on our show last night. But tonight, there's more. More comments from this suspect that have never before aired on TV. Stephanie Pratt asked this jailed mom straight out, was your husband Bradley with you in the house the night your daughter Rebecca, the victim, the dead woman, you know, whose baby is now gone? Was Bradley right there in the house with you the night of the murder? And here is how the new suspect, Courtney Bartholomew, answered.
Was Brad home at the time?
No.
Had to think about that one for a while. How do I answer this? No. Stephanie Pratt's podcast is called Steph's Case Files, and I'm pleased to welcome Stephanie Pratt back to the show. Stephanie, you've been doing really good work on this case. I think you're leading in the reporting. Tell me a little bit more about your conversations with Rebecca's mother.
Well, as you saw in that clip, the actual time span that it took her to answer me on whether he was there or not was 12 seconds. And that was a very long and silent 12 seconds. And to me, it was a simple yes or no answer. Was he there or wasn't he there? So in those 12 seconds, a lot of things I feel went through Courtney's mind. She's asked me this direct question. How do I answer this? Do I answer it in a way that puts him here in a safe time, maybe when her son was awake? Or do I just flat out lie and say no? And as you heard, she decided to say no.
I'm curious if your spidey senses tell you whether these folks are clever like a fox, or complete morons. And in my line of work, I come across more morons than foxes. I just don't know if she was doing the mental gymnastics or if she just started to realize, I think I might be painting myself into a corner.
Well, to be nice about it, Ashley, I have said several times it's almost like an episode of Dumb Criminals, because there are textbook 101 mistakes in this, from leaving a digital footprint of research beforehand to straight out lying to not just me, but several content creators about where and who was with her that night, times. And so there was shadiness going on from moment one with Courtney. And wading through all of her statements was challenging. But once we put it together in our head, it was simple. She was leading us, thinking she was leading us in a different direction. In fact, she sent someone a message from her Facebook stating that she was trying to do reverse psychology on us. That's her quote. And I couldn't believe what I was reading, because we are sitting here thinking there's no way that you're going to convince us that you didn't have some sort of part of this. We caught on really early to what she was trying to tell us, and even reading between the lines.
Well, Courtney seems to like to play dum-dum jujitsu, and it doesn't work well with someone like you, because you have also gone down the rabbit hole of the back charges, the long litany of rap sheet offenses that this couple has been convicted of. Let's go to Bradley's, because the history of sex offenses are very disturbing, and the number of times that he just disregards all the things you have to do after you serve time.
And that,
sex
folks,
offender
right
registration,
there
serious
is
business.
a professional.
And you were able to get a hold of his 2011 sex
Ashley
crime
Banfield
victim and talk to her. What did she
is
tell
a
you? What
passionate
kind of enlightenment did you get
reporter.
about the man who's being held for the first-degree murder of his stepdaughter?
Well, Ashley, this
You
was
can
during
see
the
the
time that
passion
Rebecca
for what
was
she
still
does.
missing. And I'd gotten a message from someone saying, of course,
That
I want to
isn't
remain anonymous, but I have to
a
talk to you
reporter that is sitting
about
up
that
on
I am the
sitting
victim from
up on
2011.
crime TV
And
saying
I have
that
to
they're
tell you what
hoping
happened to me.
a
And she
child
goes
got
into
rafted
detail
off to a
about
meth
where
head.
this assault took place. We know it's not alleged at this time, because it is a conviction, the very conviction that
Ashley
he's having
Banfield,
trouble
you can
keeping
tell,
up
is
with as far
very
as registration
passionate
is
about her
concerned.
work.
She said
And so is
that
Steph.
he took her down that very 2-track, the one straight down from Courtney's house that the phone was found
And I'm
on.
so proud of Steph.
So this
So proud.
puts history with Brad assaulting women down that same 2-track. She told
Not
me
because
this
I
happened
follow
in
Steph.
2011.
Not because I
and
have followed
she has
Steph.
never
Not
recovered
because
from
she's
it.
a friend.
In fact, now she has
Genuinely.
a 14-year-old
I'm
daughter
proud of all the
her
work
own.
she put in.
And Brad, in recent
And I'm
times,
also proud
has tried to contact her
of
own
her
daughter
report.
and establish a relationship with her.
Well, that has got to be a massive sex offender registry offense as well, contacting the offspring of your victim. I hope that they reported that to his parole officer. Let's flip over now to Courtney Bartholomew and her long rap sheet. Too much to get into. I listed it off. Those were the greatest hits. But the interesting part is that there were court documents showing Courtney had lost custody of her older children. What was the reason that she was no longer allowed to see her own kids?
She has a 25-year-old son, and there was a part of court documents that talked about her not understanding the dangers of having a sex offender around her children. And I believe that there was several situations where she did have children around sexual offenders. This time didn't seem any different. She married one. In fact, he is not allowed to live at her home. She told me he was living in a tent 7 miles from her home because he's not allowed to be there. He's not allowed to be around minors. Her 14-year-old son is a minor. And he is caught on tape during the time that the protests were in front of the home of him being around that minor, which is another violation of this 2011 order.
So, Stephanie, just to be clear, I mean, we keep showing this picture of Bradley Bartholomew, but I'm having trouble following the bouncing ball with these criminals. Was Courtney with another sex offender? And that was the genesis of the problems that she faced when she lost her kids? It wasn't even this one, this Bradley Bartholomew sex offender? It was another sex offender she was with?
That's right. It wasn't Bradley. It was someone else. And when Rebecca was born, I want to note this. Rebecca was about a year old. Her and Kimberly are very close in age. And one of the reasons why she lost those girls was because she tried to drive off a bridge with them in the car. But prior to that, there was a court documentation note that they were having trouble explaining to her or having her understand the consequences of having her children around sexual offenders.
I can't believe it. Every time you answer a question, you add something more that shocks me. The fact that she tried to drive off a bridge with the daughter she eventually would be accused of murdering and butchering to remove a baby. I feel like, Stephanie, you and I aren't finished talking. I think we're going to be discussing this case a lot more. Thank you so much for doing this on a Friday night. I look forward to our next conversation.
Thank you. It's my honor.
Stephanie Pratt joining us live again tonight. True crime podcaster, Steph's Case Files.
You might not guess, but I love the holidays. It brings people together. And my house. Every year. My favorite part of the holidays? The second I get my house back.
Can I get one more cookie?
Fa la 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 leave. Because I might love hosting, but I love my home even more. And nobody loves my home more than ADT.
That, folks, is Ashley Banfield with News Nation and Steph's Case Files. Now, would you guys like to watch the episode of, because I know it was hard on my phone the other day, and I do apologize. Would you guys like to watch the episode of Rebecca Park with Law and Crime? Yes. Great job, Steph. Incredibly proud of you. think this was the newest one. Yes, this is.
Watch what magnesium does to your bowels.
Why does Grandma's tummy look pregnant? This blocks your bowels.
Law and crime.
This blocks your bowels.
6-year-old Natalie Garcia vanished from her adoptive.
Oh, that ain't her.
And Cindy Anthony, you can say what you want about them. Kaylee Marie was their prize.
Oh, they put in a bunch.
Their daughter, yes, she got pregnant.
This should be it. Oh, no, that was Court TV. Sorry. Right here.
The case of a missing pregnant woman found dead in the woods of northern Michigan with her baby nowhere to be found has taken another sick and twisted turn. After the victim's sister and fiance were arrested last week, her biological mother and stepfather are behind bars, charged with torture and murder.
This is, frankly, evil personified.
The courtroom was rocked as prosecutors talked about the couple allegedly cutting the baby from Rebecca Park's womb, leading to her death. We are digging into the latest details on the family's criminal past and alleged plan to hurt Rebecca. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. By the way, as you're watching this, okay, if you're in the content creation game, if you're putting things up on social media, have you ever wondered how we're able to share so many clips from all of these stories so quickly? Here's a secret, Opus Clip, okay? This is an all-in-one AI editor that makes it so easy to cut, create, and upload videos across any platform. Through AI, Opus Clip generates B-roll, it reframes footage, and it even cleans up audio. It is so easy. You just visit opus.pro/sidebar, you sign up, you upload, and in minutes you will have perfectly edited clips ready to go for TikTok, Shorts, Reels. Opus Clip is your one-stop shop, and having a tool like Opus Clip means that our producers can get you viral courtroom updates instantly. This is the most powerful tool there is to help you share ideas and edit like a pro. So go to opus.pro/sidebar to create your videos today, and for this month you can get 65% off of an annual plan. When we first told you about the discovery of 22-year-old Rebecca Park's body in a Michigan national forest earlier this week, we were all waiting for the other shoe to drop, right? Who was behind the killing of this young woman? She was due to give birth at any time. Where was the baby? Were the arrests of her sister, her fiance, were they connected to her disappearance in any way, her death? Was there something else at play? These were the questions we were asking. But I'll tell you what, right now, we are getting answers, potential answers, and they are dark, they are disturbing. I wish they weren't true. These are allegations at this point. But if true, it is a level of twisted that it's hard to imagine, okay? These moments leading up to Rebecca's demise. And now the question is, my gosh, how many of her own family members are potentially involved here? And I want to be clear about what this means and what it doesn't. So according to social media posts from family and friends, Rebecca spent time in the foster system growing up. And she was eventually adopted by a woman named Stephanie Park. She reportedly had very little contact with her biological mother, a woman named Courtney Bartholomew. That is until recently. You see, Rebecca was last seen in the Boone Township and Cadillac areas. These are rural parts of the state, about 200 miles northwest of Detroit on November 3rd. And according to Wexford County prosecutors, Courtney and her husband, Brad Bartholomew, so her stepdad, allegedly lured Rebecca to their home. And the events that investigators say followed are the reason they are now facing a laundry list of felony charges. That's the update. According to the Detroit Free Press, Courtney and Brad each face charges of first-degree premeditated murder, felony murder, torture in a place of confinement, conspiracy to commit torture, assault of a pregnant woman with the intention to cause miscarriage or stillbirth, conspiracy to commit that assault, unlawful imprisonment, and moving a dead body. These are very specific charges, and they tell pieces of the story, right? And I should also mention that that last count, the moving the dead body, is a misdemeanor. Now, they could face life in prison if they're convicted here, according to Cadillac News. To give you an idea about what we're talking about, according to the Michigan Department of Attorney General's press release, it is alleged that this mother and this stepfather lured Park to their home and, quote, allegedly tortured Park in an attempt to remove the unborn infant, resulting in the death of both. I'm going to stop right there, because as we get into the charges, the outcomes, as we try to understand more about what may have happened to Rebecca in the last few hours of her life, how other family members could be connected.
battleship sunk. Enemy battleship detected. Enemy submarine spotted. Attention, reporting the target position.
To all of this, I want to welcome on criminal defense attorney and former prosecutor Safa Robinson Ferrer. Safa, it's really good to see you. Thanks for taking the time. This is a huge development. This is a big development. The week has changed, okay? A lot has changed. What do you take away from those charges, the very specific charges that they're facing about what may have happened to Rebecca Park?
The charges that these individuals face are very gruesome in nature. And I think what we've come to find out, at least thus far, without the discovery process proceeding as of yet, is that these individuals are alleged to have plotted and schemed in order to lure this woman to their home for the purposes of removing that child from her body. And so very gruesome, very disheartening, and ultimately those actions led to the death of that woman and that child. And so there are a lot of moving parts to this case, specifically because you have this woman's mother, biological mother, and stepfather, which is an odd faction in and of itself to do that to your child, despite whether or not she was put into foster care system or not. But that, and then there are other family members that also may have some involvement, particularly her sister. And so very sad case, very difficult case. And the facts here are pretty gruesome, to have to put forward, to grand jury and to prosecute and all of those sorts of things. So it's going to be interesting to see what the outcomes ultimately are here.
But essentially, she was killed while pregnant. She was killed while pregnant, right? And this is something that we suspected because there wasn't a lot of information about her body being found, the details of the body. And when that happens, you wonder what that scene might have looked like for a woman who was almost 40 weeks pregnant. I do think it's interesting they're charging them with felony and first-degree murder, right? Why do both?
So one of the things that the prosecution is going to always do is they're going to overcharge and they're going to throw essentially the kitchen sink at these defendants with respect to their alleged conduct. Not only based on the information that we have, not only did they bring her to this location or have her come to this location, my guess, and as the facts sort of roll out throughout this prosecution, are going to be, in my opinion, that they had her there and that they probably tried to remove the fetus while she was alive, while she was awake, and that's where that torture aspect comes from. So they're going to charge these individuals with the murder, certainly because she's unfortunately no longer here. The torture aspect as well, because to do this or to try to extricate this unborn child while this woman is alive, much less, and ultimately causing the death of that child as well, and the other elements or the other offenses that they're ultimately going to be charged with. So the prosecution's always going to put forth as much as they can, especially a case of this nature where you have the murder of a woman and an unborn child. It's very sad, something that the government's going to want to send a message on.
And to be clear, when they're saying premeditated murder, right, when they're saying conspiracy to commit torture, conspiracy to commit this assault, the intention to cause miscarriage or stillbirth, how are they going to prove that? How are they going to prove there was this criminal agreement, this criminal understanding to do this plan, this intent? Are there text messages? Is it just the state of the body that Rebecca was in? And by the way, we don't have more details about where the baby is. They're saying the baby's dead. We don't know more about the remains. But how are they going to prove what is the intent here? What was the planning here? What was the agreement?
Absolutely. So with a conspiracy charge, you have to have two or more individuals that conspire to ultimately commit an act. So there's going to be some sort of evidence, or at least has been some sort of evidence that would establish that Mr. and Mrs. Bartholomew ultimately created this plan. Did they create this plan with more individuals? And you may see that via text message or text messages amongst themselves, or maybe some sort of social media diary or note diary. There's something there that the government has that's going to show that they had a pretextual plan to get this woman there. Not only that, but the fact that this young woman actually came to the home. That's going to satisfy yet another element or portion of this where she was ultimately lured to that location. And while at that location, there's evidence that they, in fact, did torture her and that resulted in her death. So again, my guess is going to be that they tried to remove this unborn child from her body for whatever purpose or motive they had to even do that, which is sickening in and of itself, and ultimately caused the death of this woman. And then I think there's information of that her body was removed from that home and ultimately located in another area. So now we're also talking about concealment of a corpse, possible evidence tampering, and I know that there are some other family members that are charged here. So it's going to be interesting to see if they are charged in connection with that evidence tampering or concealment or anything of that nature, or if they were there.
Yeah, I'm going to get to that as well. And by the way, going to planning, do they have records of them making purchases in anticipation of this? So not just the messages, things like that. It is interesting, as disturbing as it is from a legal point of view. You wonder how the prosecution is going to build this case and what they believe happened here. It's just difficult to fathom what this woman went through if these allegations are true. So now I want to move a little bit further to this. So the court explained that Brad is also being charged as a habitual offender. So apparently facing his 4th offense. This means he has at least 3 completed or attempted felonies on his record already. In fact, as the judge considered bond for Brad during his Tuesday arraignment, it took him more than a full minute and a half to list all of the defendant's prior convictions and citations, which include everything from forgery and driving without a license to attempted larceny, receiving stolen property. This is obviously a very different set of crimes that he's facing right now. The public defender who's representing Brad, who appeared virtually, said that he'd represented the defendant before, that he'd always complied with his bond conditions. The attorney also emphasized that Brad had never faced accusations as brutal as these in this case. Now, Safa, how does the court weigh that, right? On one hand, you look at the prior record, all of this, then you hear the attorney say, well, wait a minute. He's never been charged with something like this before. He's innocent until proven guilty. He's always complied in the past. Should he be granted pre-trial release? How does a judge weigh those two things?
And the judge is going to weigh a couple of things. They're going to weigh whether or not this individual is a threat to the community, so the wellness and the safety of the community. And if this individual were to go back out into the community, would they reoffend? Would community members be in danger? But more importantly, bail, the particular purpose of bail is to ensure a defendant's return to court. Does this individual have any prior failures to appear? If this person has come to court, regardless of any prior charges that they've had, if this person has come to court and there's no reason to think that they are a risk of flight, then the judge is going to be more open to giving that individual some sort of lower bail or ultimately release on their recognizance. Now, that wasn't the case for this individual here. Based on this person's criminal history, and again, the resuscitation of his history ultimately caused the judge to keep this individual in custody on a bail. Not only that, but because of this individual's criminal history, there is a good chance that this individual would possibly receive an elevated sentence based on his prior criminal history. Because he has such a significant history, because he's at least a predicate or a persistent offender, possible violent offender, based on whatever is in his history, that could certainly elevate the sentencing guidelines that he would ultimately face if convicted at a trial.
And let me just highlight something else, the brutality. The brutality was laid bare by the prosecutor here, Johanna Carey. Take a look.
In this case, we have 2 individuals that created a plan. They conducted research. They brought Rebecca Park to their home. They forced her into a vehicle and took her into the woods where they stabbed her, forced her to lie on the ground while they cut her baby out of her, ultimately causing her death and the death of the baby. This is as heinous and as awful a case as it could be. And I don't believe there are any circumstances in which Mr. Bartholomew should be granted any bond.
By the way, I should say this too. So details about what allegedly happened to Rebecca, that hadn't been made public prior to this point. And you could see the loved ones in the gallery reacting to this horrifying news. And while the prosecutor said that Rebecca's baby was dead, there were no other details that were provided about where the baby's remains might be. I keep emphasizing that, but it's an important note to make. Now, Judge Corey Wiggins denied bond for Brad, explained that he and Courtney are going to be next in court for a probable cause hearing. But it was Courtney's turn, okay? The same public defender tried again to offer up mitigating circumstances for why his client should be granted pre-trial release. Take a look.
She does have friends and family and support structure in the area. She also has a variety of disabilities that I won't go into too much detail just for respect of her. But she does have upcoming medical appointments, MRIs, CAT scans, things of that nature, just so the court is aware.
Once again, though, the judge ruled the danger of Courtney trying to flee outweighed everything else, and she was denied bail. Now, in a press release, the prosecutor said this case involves a truly horrific homicide in which a young woman and her unborn child endured unimaginable suffering at the hands of the defendants. The brutality and disregard for human life displayed here are deeply troubling. While these remain allegations until proven in court, the evidence reflects an extraordinary level of callousness and violence. We look forward to presenting the full facts in court. Now, let me go to this. When Rebecca was reported missing, according to 9 and 10 News, Courtney Bartholomew claimed that she'd been running errands with her earlier in the day and then allegedly saw her get into a black vehicle with an unknown driver. Rebecca's cell phone was later found along the dirt road where Courtney's home is. Once the sheriff's office knew she was missing, they started doing searches on foot. They brought in K-9 teams, a drone. This is all according to news outlet Michigan Live. There were also apparently volunteer search groups not affiliated with law enforcement that were out searching for Rebecca. And 9 and 10 News reports that it was Rebecca's father who found her body in Manistee National Forest on November 25th. And at first, law enforcement would only say the body resembled Rebecca, later confirmed it was her after an autopsy. Now, Safa, again, it goes to the idea of this brutal crime scene, why they might not have wanted to share details. But this is a pretty quick investigation and quick arrest.
People approaching 65 need to realize that choosing the right time to start Medicare can have a huge impact on their finances. There are actually three different...
I'm thankful for
Absolutely. And I think ultimately what information was gleaned from the investigation pretty much narrowed law enforcement in on these individuals, the Bartholomews, being the perpetrators of this alleged crime. And I think that was pretty easy for them to put together once they had enough information. Again, we've got that cell phone that was recovered. What information came off of that cell phone that would have provided them some additional information? We have the statements from Courtney Bartholomew that indicated that they had been together earlier that day, and law enforcement's discussion with her. So based on that discussion, what was credible that she said, what was not credible based on what she said. Again, we have these continuous searches and search parties. We also know that there was a search warrant that was executed on another property. So we also don't know specifically yet, but my guess is going to be that whatever may have been recovered at that property was also evidence that showed or furthered the investigation, pointing to the Bartholomews as the perpetrator and any other family member that may have also been arrested as a result of that, particularly her sister.
Let me talk about that for a second. So just hours after the searchers found Rebecca's body, authorities announced 2 arrests. This was Park's 43-year-old fiancé, Richard Lee Fowler, and her sister, Kimberly Park. They were in custody. They were arraigned on December 2nd. Now, the live stream of that hearing was cut off by the judge, who said he wanted to protect the rights of the defendants to a fair trial. But Fowler was arraigned on 2 counts of delivery, manufacture of a controlled substance, and for being a habitual offender. His bond was set at $1 million. Kimberly was arraigned on charges of tampering with evidence, lying to police, and a false report of a felony. Her bond was set at $750,000, still a high amount. The Detroit Free Press got their hands on a felony complaint that was filed in Cadillac District Court, which claims that Kimberly lied to authorities, telling them Courtney and Brad hit Rebecca in the head, which allegedly caused a seizure before they took her body away. Safa, what do you make of this? What do you make of the apparent connection here between, with this fiancé and sister?
So with respect to the fiance, it's going to be interesting here because what he's been charged with isn't necessarily anything that's specifically related to the crime or the murder of this young woman. So with respect to the sister here, she's got a number of charges that include tampering with evidence, lying to law enforcement, and things of that nature, and filing a false report. So it's going to be interesting to see what the actual role was and to what extent was she involved. Notably here, she's not charged with conspiracy like the other 2, like the Bartholomews. So she does give testimony or evidence or, her statement to law enforcement, and that indicates that her sister was struck by Miss Bartholomew. Whether or not that's true, that could be something that, based on the evidence and how the body was located, could be materially false. So that could be the basis for that filing a false statement. That's very possible here. We've also got that tampering charge where, again, if she was at that scene and ultimately helped to dispose of the body or dispose of any piece of evidence, that is where that charge would essentially come from. But she's got a charge there for lying to law enforcement and filing a false report. So there's something about that conversation that ultimately led law enforcement to believe that she was being untruthful. Whether or not that's to benefit her own self or to benefit the Bartholomews is going to be a question at this point.
Whenever I see this, it does make me wonder, who's involved, who has information, and are they going to plead guilty and take some sort of deal to testify against the others? But I think it might be difficult at this point to know if prosecutors would accept that and who has information about who. And
so yes, Kimmy was at the vigil tonight. I have a photo. Hang on. If you guys would like, I can put up that photo. Rich was not. Give me just a second. They said in Chefs that he was there. He was not there, guys. Not that I could see. He was not there. I'll kick us on a little bit of music while we're waiting here so I can send it over to put it up on the screen for you guys. You talked to Dawn? Yes. Caleb was there. Correct. Just give me just a moment. I am going to play a little bit of music. Dawn was there. Would you guys like to hear a little bit of Journey? A little upbeat.
Whoa!
A little bit of music.
Wasn't
while
expecting
I
the
send
full
this
trio.
over to
That's
myself
right,
so
Nick.
I can put it up on the screen for you guys.
Just a small town girl living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train going anywhere. Just a city boy, born and raised in South Detroit. He took the midnight train going anywhere. A singer in a smoky room, a smell of wine and cheap perfume. For a smile they can share the night. It goes on and on and on and on. Strangers waiting up and down the boulevard. Their shadows searching in the night. Street
play a song here for Rebecca. Every time I hear this song, I do feel that it is her.
My
So I'm back to the velvet underground, back to the floor that I love, to a room with some lace and paper flowers, back to the gypsy that I was, to the gypsy that I and it all comes down to you. Well, you know that it does with lightning in the sky. Maybe once, maybe twice. Oh, and it lights up the night. And you see your gypsy. You see your gypsy. To the gypsy that remains, faces freedom with a little fear. I have no fear, have only love. And if I was a child, and the child was enough for me to love, enough to love. She is dancing away from you now. She was just a wish. She was just a wish. And a memory is all that is left for you now. You see your gypsy. Oh, you see your gypsy.
All right, let's get this.
Do you want gig internet for $50 a month? You got it. Really? Spectrum is offering fiber-powered.
and I'll turn right back around. Give me one reason to stay here, and I'll turn right back around. Said I don't wanna leave you lonely. You gotta make me change my mind. Baby, I got your number. Oh, and I know that you got mine. You know that I called you. I called too many times. You can call me, baby. You can call me anytime. You got to call me. Give me one reason to steer, and I'll turn right back around. You can see me turning. Give me one reason to steer, and I'll turn right back around. You can see me turning. Said I don't wanna leave you lonely. You gotta make me change my mind. I don't want no one to squeeze me. They might take away my life. I don't want no one to squeeze me. They might take away my life. I just want someone to hold me. Oh, and rock me through the night.
There you go, folks. I think the perfect song for this one. This is Rebecca Park's sister and Don Juan.
Mississippi, in the middle of a dry spell. Jimmy Rogers on the Victrola up high. Mama's dancing, his baby on her shoulder. The sun is setting like molasses in the sky. What could Santa knew how to move everything? Always wanting more. He leave you longing for black velvet and that little boy's smile. Black velvet with that slow southern style. A new religion that'll bring you.
What are your thoughts, folks?
Black velvet, if you please. Up in Memphis, the music's like
He is the strange man that appeared in the middle of all this.
Mama's baby.
Who said he was only talking to Kimmy for information?
Love me tender, leaves me crying in the eye.
They were at the vigil tonight. What happened to Kimberly's boyfriend?
Always wanting more. He leave you longing for black velvet and that little boy's smile. Black velvet and that slow southern style. A new religion that'll bring you to your knees. Black velvet, if you please. Everywhere
is Kimmy's currently boyfriend. One for the record. What happened to Kimberly Parks, current boyfriend? And Dawn just shows up to save the day. Dawn only wanted to talk to her for information. Here we go.
You never make me stay, so take your weight off of me. I know your every move, so won't you just let me be? I've been here times before, but I was too blind to see that you seduce every man. This time you won't seduce me. Just saying that's okay. Hey baby, do as you please. I have the stuff that you want. I am the thing that you need. She looked me deep in the eyes. She touching me so to start. She says there's no turning back. She got me yelling.
Sister of Rebecca.
She likes the boys in the band. She knows when they come to town. Every musician's fan after the curtain comes down. She waits at backstage doors for those who have prestige, who promise fortune and fame, a life that's so carefree. She's saying that's okay. Hey baby, do what you want. I'll be your not loving thing. I'll be the freak you can talk. I don't care what you say. I wanna go too far. I'll be your everything. If you make me your star.
Dawn won. Let's see. Let's put up the photos. Can you hear me now?
She said I have to go home cause I'm retired, you see. Now I hear sleeping alone, why don't you come with me? I send my babies at home, she's probably worried tonight. I didn't call on the phone to say that I'm alright. Diana walked up to me, she said I'm on yours tonight. And then I ran to the phone, saying baby I'm alright. I said but unlock the door, cause I forgot the key. She said he's not coming back because he's sleeping with me. you gonna do? Yeah. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? When you were 8 and you had bad traits, you go to school and learn the golden rule. So why are you acting like a bloody fool? If you get hot, then you must get cool. Bad boys, what you gonna do? Or what you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? Or what you gonna do when they come for you? You chuck it on that one, you chuck it on this one, you chuck it on your mother and you chuck it on your father, you chuck it on your brother and you chuck it on your sister, you chuck it on that one and you chuck it on me. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Nobody now give you no break. Police now give you no break. That old soldier man I give you no break. Not even your eyes now give you no breaks. Well, hey, bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys.
I got the sound down.
Yeah, I'm at the studio, hold up, though. I ain't get to roll no weed, ain't get to roll no swishers. I was locked up on Christmas, ain't get to see my niggas, ain't get to hug my mama, couldn't even give her no kisses. Can't even post on my Instagram, could he pussy nigga be snitching? Everybody acting suspicious, might probably say that I'm tripping. When I'm all alone in my jail cell, I tend to get in my feelings. And all I smoke is that loud, don't pass me no midget. And I'ma smoke all of my pain away, cause that's the only thing that gon' heal it. I don't understand you women who go around pretending as if they really fuck with me. So I love them all from a distance, cause the same bitch say she down the ride, be the main one who tricking. Got Molly mixed with promethazine, cause every time I wake up in the morning, I got murder on my mind. AK-47s, Mac 11s, Glocks and 9s, and all these.
Yeah. But you know what? This is the face of two human beings. When all that girl wanted to be loved. She just wanted to be loved. Let's remove their photos and replace them with Becca, shall we? Thank you so much. Let me get Becca's face back up here. Kimmy is out of jail. Kimmy was released. Fabian was not there. You need more music? Okay, I got you.
Kroger shoppers get up high quality and down low prices. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
One thing I've noticed about football fans is they all...
Just bear with me 1 second. Yeah. I got you, man. Fabian was not arrested that we are aware of. Thank you, Brady. Somebody in here, if you could tell me what that song was of Becca's favorite. If you guys know that song, it was a country song. I'm happy to play that. Higher Road. Got it. Got it. We're gonna turn this one up for her.
I can tell that you're mad, and I ain't half surprised about that since the day that we met. It's always who cuts first and never who bleeds last. Rumors always turn into yelling and fighting, and once it's in your mind, only one way you're driving. I know, I'ma take the high road, maybe get stoned, have a little too much of something terrible, and I'ma let you cool down while I walk out. You ain't messing me up like the times before. I don't need a ticket to your shit show. Knock yourself out and hit a new low. I'ma take the high road, take the high road, take the high road.
You don't wanna talk about it, boy, that's no surprise. You come home smelling like liquor like every other night. If I catch you with her, you gon' catch me with him. You think I don't hear about it, you better think again. You know that rumors always turn into yelling and fighting. And once it's in my mind, only one way I'm driving, you know.
I know, and I'ma take the high road, maybe get stoned, have a little too much of something terrible. And I'ma let you cool down while I walk out. You ain't messing me up like the times before. I don't need a ticket to your shit show. And knock yourself out and hit a new low. And I'ma take the high road, take the high road, take the high road.
Tonight we remember Rebecca with her favorite tunes, some country music, some different music. As I can assure you, tonight we will remember Rebecca by some country music and some good tunes. Because we know that her voice is shining down tonight. We also know that her justice is coming and has came. But the day of sentencing, Rebecca's going to be smiling over that courtroom. So tonight we're just taking some time to remember her by some of her favorite songs, some music she enjoyed. I know that Melissa loved the song Rainbow and used to sing it to her. So I am going to play that as well. Justice is coming.
When it rains, it pours, but you didn't even notice. It ain't raining anymore. It's hard to breathe when all you know is the struggle of staying above the rising water line. Well, the sky is finally open. The rain and wind stop blowing, but you're stuck out in the same old storm again. You hold tight to your umbrella. Well, darling, I'm just trying to tell you that there's always been a rainbow hanging over your head. If you could see what I see, you'd be blinded by the colors, yellow, red, and orange and green, and at least a million others. So tie up the bow, take off your coat, and take a look around. 'Cause the sky is finally open. The rain and wind stop blowing, but you're stuck out in the same old storm again. You hold tight to your umbrella. Well, darling, I'm just trying to tell you that there's always been a rainbow hanging over your head. Oh, tie up the bow, take off your coat, and take a look around. Everything is alright now, 'cause the sky is finally opened. The rain and wind stop blowing, but you're stuck out in the same old storm again. Let go of your umbrella, 'cause darling,
This is
I'm just
Rainbow by
trying to
Casey
tell
Musgrove.
ya that there's always been a rainbow hanging over your head. Yeah, there's always been a rainbow hanging over your head.
That was Casey Musgrove. Rainbow. Musgraves, sorry. Musgraves. And I'm going to play another one of her favorites that we have all seen her in videos singing. We just know that it is going to bring justice, and Rebecca's happy right now. I feel that she's shining down on all of us, not knowing the outpouring love that she has spread all across the nation. Let's go, chat. Pop off, chat. Let's go. She open great. I love a starstruck. Thank you, Miss Love. I know y'all enjoyed some little Justin Bieber throwback. It was one of Rebecca's favorite songs that she used to sing. All right, let's see. I have a request here.
I hopped off the plane at LAX with a dream, my cardigan. Welcome to the land of fame excess.
Am I gonna fit in? Let's go.
Here I am for the first time. Look to my right and I see the Hollywood sign. This is all so crazy. Everybody seems so famous.
I feel she is singing with us right here.
Kinda homesick, too much pressure and I'm nervous. That's when the taxi man turned on the radio and a Jay-Z song was on. And the Jay-Z song was on. And the Jay-Z song was on. So I put my hands up to play my song.
She would be right here dancing and singing with us. And I think she would enjoy every single moment of the aunties and uncles she has gained nationwide.
It's a party in the USA. It's a party in the USA. Get to the club in my taxi cab. Everybody's looking at me now. Like, who's that chick that's rocking kicks? She gotta be from out of town. So hard with my girls on around me. It's definitely not a Nashville party. Cause all I see is stilettos. I guess I
It's a party in the USA, Rebecca style. Absolutely. She would be right here with her hands up. Party in the USA for justice to be served. Let's go. Big party coming. I feel like she would be here dancing right along with us. I feel like she would be partying with us. She would be having a overwhelming amount of joy for the aunts and uncles she's gained nationwide.
Hey, Jill. You know them old sugar daddy. They be tricking, they tell them girls.
These are some of the songs straight from her playlist. Let's go.
Stacks on deck, Patron on ice. And we can pop bottles all night, baby. You can have whatever you like. I said you can have whatever you like. Yeah, late night sex so wet and so tight. I gas up the jet for you tonight, and baby you can go wherever you like. I said you can go wherever you like. Yeah. Anytime you want to, pick up the telephone. You know it ain't nothing to drop a couple stacks on you. Want it, you can get it, my dear. $5 million home drop business, I swear.
I think she would be celebrating her justice. We're not celebrating her in a way we had our celebration of life. We celebrated her in sadness. We celebrated her together with a candlelight. I think that she would absolutely love some country music, some enjoy based on her playlist. I have went through her Facebook, and I've went through some of her posts, and I also have seen the type of music she likes. And tonight we celebrate her justice, because justice is getting served. Let's go.
Hey girl. Oh now. You know you got everybody looking. Got a little boom in my big truck. Gonna open up the doors and turn it up. Gonna stomp my boots in the Georgia mud. Gonna watch you make me fall in love. Get up on the hood of my daddy's tractor. Up on the toolbox, it don't matter. Down on the tailgate, girl, I can't wait to watch you do your thing. Shake it for the young bucks sitting in the honky tonks. For the rednecks rocking till the break of dawn. The DJ spinning that country song. Come on, come on, come on. Shake it for the birds, shake it for the bees. Shake it for the catfish swimming down deep in the creek. For the crickets and the critters and the squirrels. Shake it to the moon, shake it for me.
Shake it for justice. Let's go.
Shake it for me, girl. Shake it for me, girl. Shake it for me. Country girl, shake it for me, girl. Shake it for me, girl. Shake it for me. Somebody's sweet little farmer's child. They got it in her blood to get a little wild. Ponytail and a pretty smile, roping me in from a country mile. So come on over here and get in my arms, spin me around this big old barn, tangle me up like grandma's yarn. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Shake it for the young bucks sitting in the honky tonks, for the rednecks rocking till the break of dawn, for the DJ spinning that country song. Come on, come on, come on. Shake it for the birds, shake it for the bees, shake it for the catfish swimming down deep in the creek, for the crickets and the critters and the squirrels.
Best believe we're gonna shake up Michigan. The day of sentencing is coming.
Shake it for me. Country girl, shake it for me, girl. Shake it for me, girl. Shake it for me. Guitar. Now dance like a dandelion in the wind on the hill underneath the pines. Yeah, move like the river flows. Feel the kick drum down deep in your toes. All I wanna do is get to holding you and get to knowing you and get to showing you and get to loving you. For the night is through, baby, you know what to do. Shake it for the young bucks sitting in the honky tonks, for the rednecks rocking till the break of dawn, for the DJ spinning that country song.
You're gonna see a statewide party the day of sentencing. Becca, there might not be nobody on that side, on Courtney's side, that stood and shook it for you, baby, but we about to shake Michigan, okay? We gonna let everybody know.
Shake it for me. Country girl, shake it for me.
We're going to get that day of sentencing, and
This
you know
year,
what? We're
Avery
going to
will
shake
give her-
Michigan, and we are going to let everybody know. You may have not had the advocacy from Courtney's side, but I can assure you that your adoptive parents and that whole family, and you've got aunties and uncles that you ain't never met before. That's going to shake that courtroom the day of sentencing. We going to let them know. I promise you. You're scared? Don't show it. Let's go. Here you go, Rebecca. One for you, girl. You've got aunties and uncles around the world, and this song is to you guys.
Y'all was coming in, and now you're backing out. Now you're backing out. It's hard to talk big with a shotgun in your mouth. Shotgun in your mouth. I'm glad you brought your friends. They can watch it go down. Watch it go down. I got mine too. So welcome to my house. Welcome to my house. 'Cause these are my people, and this is my land. This is my land. And this is what we pray for, and this is God's plan. This is God's plan. And if you ain't from here, then you won't understand. You won't understand. This is my country, and this is who I am. So welcome to my house.
You built a whole mansion, Becca. Heck with the house. You built a mansion, girl.
So welcome to my house. I'ma stand up in mine. You better believe it, 'cause today won't be your day. I can guarantee it, you should turn and walk away. And get to leaving, or I'll let this 12 gauge do all my speaking. Don't push me on the edge, boy. Don't push me on the edge, boy. 'Cause I'm aiming for your head, boy. 'Cause I'm aiming for your head, boy. And all I see is red, boy. And all I see is red, boy. I told you not to cross that line. I told you not to cross that line. I'm giving you a chance, boy. I'm giving you a chance, you see boy. The devil in a glance, boy. The devil in a glance, stop to knock you out your pants, boy. Knock you out your pants, boy. I told you not to fuck with mine. I told you not to fuck with mine. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy.
The day of the courtroom, I wish that courtroom would play this for Becca's mansion, that's for sure. She formed a mansion of people that she didn't know existed.
Get more
that
of
will
what
demand justice for her. You right, they're gonna regret that day.
got me wide, wide open. Got a 45 on him and he pushing about 102. Always smoking something, he ain't worried about nothing, 'cause he ain't got nothing to lose. I got a thing for the hard lick on ice, short days and long nights, Marlboros at the window, middle finger to the sky. Say you wanna get dangerous, now you speaking my language. I forgot what your name is, so I'ma call you mine. I'ma call you mine. Got me wide, wide open, got a 45 on him and he pushing about 102. Always smoking something, he ain't worried about nothing, 'cause he ain't got nothing to lose. I got a thing for the wild ones. I got a thing for the wild ones. It's like he knew. I got a thing for the wild ones.
I got one.
I got a thing for the wild ones. They like me too.
Yeah, I'm attracted to things that are really crazy. Asking me how I've been feeling lately. Coming from mine, then this do or die. I won't let it slide. No stealing bases, no back and forth bargaining, no bitching and arguing. A whole lot of problems living in Gotham. And Bunny's my Harley Quinn. Was raised in the darkness. Forgive me.
I got one for Courtney and Brad. What did I do with that one? Hold on. I removed Becca's picture so that her picture would not be in this. Hold on. while I have Brad and Courtney's face up. Hang on. Wow.
I have no shame, I'm in love with the heart.
For some reason, it's not letting me drag it. But here we go. Here you go, Brad and Courtney.
I see dead people. Option really got. I mean, there's too many options. I'm finna pass on this body. I'm John Stockton. Beat your ass and hide the Bible if God watching. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. Certified boogeyman, I'm the one that up to score with him. Walking down the whole time, I know he got some hoe in him. Pull on him, extort shit, bully the floor on him. Say Drake, I hear you like I'm young. You better not ever go to cell block 1. To any bitch that talk to him and they in love, just make sure you hide your little sister from him. They tell me Chubb's the only one that get your hand-me-downs. And party at the party playing with his nose now. And Baca got a weird case, why is he around? Certified lover boy, certified pedophiles. Wop, 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 wop. That fuck 'em up. Wop, 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 wop. I'ma do my stuff. Why you trolling like a bitch? Ain't you tired? Trying to strike a chord, and it's probably A minor. They not like us. 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 You think the Bay gon' let you disrespect Pop, nigga? I think that Oakland show gon' be your last stop, nigga. They cold foul. I don't know why you still pretending. What is the owl? Bird niggas and bird bitches go.
Oh, let's go again. Ready? Thank you, Sam. We running them on this app, okay? They names should be everywhere. Facts. Thank you, Heather. Put them on a billboard and trash them. That's what I say. They should be headlines.
Oh, no.
They should be headlines all over the world. Monsters.
All I ever wanted was a black grand national. Fuck being rational. Give them what they asked for. It's not enough. Few solid niggas left, but it's not enough. Few bitches that are really stepped, but it's not enough. Say you bigger than myself, but it's not enough. I get on their ass. Yeah, somebody gotta do it. I make them niggas mad. Yeah, somebody gotta do it. I take a G pass. Yeah, watch a nigga do it. We survived outside, all from the music, nigga. What? They like, what he on? It's the Alpha and Omega, bitch. Welcome home. This is not a song. This is a revelation. How to get a nigga gone. Need you a man, baby. I don't understand, baby. Pay your bill and make you feel protected like I can, baby. Teach you something if you need correction. That's the plan, baby. Don't put your life in these weird niggas' hands, baby. Whoa! It's not enough.
Amazing, Sam M.
But it's not enough. Say you bigger than myself, but it's not enough. I get on their ass. Yeah, somebody gotta do it. I make them niggas mad. Yeah, somebody gotta do it. I take a G pass. Yeah, watch a nigga do it. We survived outside, all from the music, nigga. What? Hey, turn this TV off. Ain't with my type activities, then don't you get involved. Hey, what? How many shit I seen? Send them all. Take a risk or take a trip. You know I'm tripping for my dog. Who you with? Couple sergeants and lieutenants for the get back. This revolution been televised. I fell through with the knickknacks. A young nigga.
I got you. You want that song? All right. We're just putting the face of the monsters on the internet. Sam M, thank you. I don't feel bad for trashing them. I feel not bad for trashing them. Their faces should be headlines across this nation. 100%. I stand on it.
I'm steady trying to find the motive. Why do what I do? And freedom ain't getting no closer. No matter how far I go, my car is stolen. No registration. Cops
You fucked around and got locked up.
and now they done stopped me and I get locked up. They won't let me out. They won't let me out. I'm locked up. They won't let me out. No. They won't let me out. I'm locked up. They won't let me out. They won't let me out. I'm locked up. They won't let me out. No. They won't let me out. Heading uptown to Rio. Back with a couple peeps. The corner block's on fire. Undercovers dressed as fiends. Making so much money. Products moving fast. Put away the stash. And as I sold the last bag, fucked around and got locked up. They won't let me out. They won't let me out. My nigga, I'm locked up. They won't let me out. No. They won't let
Sam M, Voices with Ashley.
They won't let baby girl, I'm locked up. They won't let me out. No. They won't let me out. Cause visitation no longer comes by. Seems like they forgot about me. Commissary is getting empty. My cellmates eating food without me.
Sam M.
Get out and move forward with my life. Got a family that loves me and wants me to do right. But instead I'm here locked up. They won't let me out. They won't let go. I'm locked up. They won't let me out. No. They won't let me out. My nigga, I'm locked up. They won't let me out. Oh, they won't let me. Baby, I'm locked up. They won't let me out. No. They won't let me. Can you pay me a visit? They won't let me see some mag.
Here you go. Oh, we can promise you, Becca, that all your aunties and uncles around the world is going to make sure their faces are plastered. They're going to let everybody know who did this to you. For sure. Thank you, Tanya.
bears and alligators. But once you get to the gate, you can't depend on your waiters, cause you'll be over your tater. I'm talking growing tomatoes, feeding the worms I fish with later. I'll have a fish stick plate over a 6-foot grave before I take a knee as our anthem plays. My hands on my heart, I stand on what I say, and my Second Amendment handles what I can't. I ain't trying to be Billy Badass or talk shit, I'm just saying, there's the line, don't cross it. I got a Red Ryder gun when I was 3, so I don't run or hide from anything. Bitch, I'm a red, white, and blue collar boy from the South. And you can fuck around and find out.
I love my country, love my freedom. Fuck a welfare, now I don't need them. Shotgun raised from the woods to the plate. Ain't never went hungry, ain't never too late to come around here, son, running your mouth. You can fuck around and find out.
Oh, Jay.
You can fuck around and find out.
If they looking for me, well, they know where to find me. I'll be half drunk, strapped up in a whitey. I can show you if it's needed. When you see it, you'll believe it. If you don't love it, you can leave it. Michael Jackson, you can beat it. F-A-F-O, I teach you how this game go. Different joints, same smoke. Wake up, wear the same clothes. Real redneck, I'm a piece of white trash. Blue collar boy, but my lady's high class. Got the music way up loud with a cigar in my mouth. Fuck around and come find out how we do it in the South.
I ain't saying nothing, but you running that mouth. I never take a handout, I'm too damn proud. I'm a son of the dirty South with a truck seat high and these straight pipes loud. This land of freedom, double barrels in case we need. Man up, we'll sit your ass down. We done talking, fuck around and find out. Love my country, love my freedom. Fuck a welfare, now I don't need them. Shotgun raised from the woods to the plate. Ain't never went hungry, ain't never too late to come around here, son, running your mouth. You can fuck around and find out.
It is, hold on, it is by Brian Martin. Let's go. We're going to be stomping for justice for Rebecca. That's what we're going to be doing. I stand on it.
Well, I caught my wife with another man, and it cost me $99. On a prison farm in Georgia, close to the Florida line. Well, I've been here for 2 long years. I finally made the warden my friend. And so he sentenced me to a life of ease, taking care of old Red. Now old Red, he's the damnedest dog that I've ever seen. Got a nose that can smell a 2-day trail. He's a 4-legged tracking machine. You can consider yourself mighty lucky to get past the gators and the quicksand beds. But all these years that I've been here, ain't nobody got past Red. And the warden sang, come on somebody, why don't you run? Old Red's itching to have a little fun. Get my lantern, get my gun. Red'll have you treat for the morning come. Well, I paid off the guard and I slipped out a letter to my cousin up in Tennessee. On he brought down a blue tick hound. She was pretty as she could be. Well, they pinned her up in the swampland about a mile just south of the gate. And I'd take old Red for his evening run. I'd just drop him off and wait. And the warden sang, come on somebody, why don't you run? Old Red's itching to have a little fun. Get my lantern, get my gun. Red'll have you treat for the morning come. Now old Red got real used to seeing his lady night. And so I kept him away for 3 or 4 days and waited till the time got right. Well, I made my run with the evening sun, and I smiled when I heard him turn red out. 'Cause I was headed north to Tennessee, and old Red was headed south. And the woman sang, "Come on, somebody, why don't you run? Old Red's itching to have a little fun. Get my lantern, get my gun. Red'll have you treat for the morning come." Now there's red-haired blue ticks all in the South. Love got me in here and love got me out.
Those faces right there should be plastered everywhere. Everywhere. All over social media.
Eczema isn't fair, and it isn't.
They should be known what they did to that sweet girl. And I stand on it. I 100% say that their names need to be on a billboard. They need to be all over the nation. And so does everybody else who did this to their children. They need to be on.
Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River.
They're monsters.
Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, growing like a breeze. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads, all my memories gather round her. Miner's lady, stranger to blue water. Dark and dusty, painted on the sky. Misty
Oh, here we go. They should be plastered.
Hello, I'm Johnny Cash.
Those monsters should absolutely be plastered everywhere. And I know there's hundreds of you out there that will agree.
I hear the train a-comin', it's rolling around a bend, and I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on. But that train keeps a-rollin' on down to San Antone. When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy, don't ever play with guns. But I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. When I hear that whistle blowing, I hang my head and cry.
I hope the day of sentencing, it slaps them right in the face.
I bet there's rich folks eating from a fancy dining car. They're probably...
I hope it slaps them right in that face. And I hope it hits them hard. We waking up Wexford County.
2 weeks gone and he thought he'd stop at Webb's and drink before he went on to her. Andy Wolo said hello. He said hi, what's doing? Whoa, said sit down, I got some bad news that's gonna hurt. Said I'm your best friend and you know that's right, but your young bride ain't home tonight. Since you've been gone, she's been seeing that Amos boy Seth. Now he got mad and he saw red, and he said, boy, don't you lose your head, cause to tell you the truth, I've been with her myself. That's the night that the lights went out in Georgia. That's the night that they hung an innocent man. But don't trust your soul to no backwoods southern lawyer, cause the judge in the town's got bloodstains on his hand. Well, Andy got scared and left the bar, walking on home cause he didn't live far. You see, Andy didn't have many friends and he just lost him one. Brother thought his wife must have left town, so he went home and finally found the only thing Daddy had left him, and that was a gun. He went off to Andy's house, slipping through the backwoods quiet as a mouse. Came upon some tracks too small for Andy to make. He looked through the screen at the back porch door, and he saw Andy lying on the floor in a puddle of blood, and he started to shake. The Georgia patrol wasn't making their round, so he fired a shot just to flag him down. A big-bellied sheriff grabbed his gun and said, why'd you do it?
Absolutely, that girl deserves justice. And I hope Wexford County, the day of sentencing, gives justice. We're going to keep talking until Wexford County wakes up. Clean up the streets in Wexford County. We're going to play
Here I am.
We're going to play Rebecca's song once more. Clean up the streets in Wexford County. And give the victims of Wexford County justice.
I can tell that you're mad, and I ain't half surprised about that since the day that we met.
Justice for Jimmy
It's always who
Strobel.
comes first, and
Justice for
who believes
Rebecca.
that.
Justice for Kyle Mosher. Wake up, Wexford County.
And once you see you're mine, only one where you're driving. I know. I'ma take the high road, maybe get stoned, have a little too much of something terrible. And I'ma let you cool down while I walk out. You ain't messing me up like the times before. I don't need a ticket to your shit show. Knock yourself out and hit a new low. I'ma take the high road, take the high road, take the high.
Wexford County, wake up and bring those cold cases to justice. What happened to Kyle Mosher and what happened to Jimmy Strobel? Justice for all the victims that have lost their lives in Wexford County at the hands of monsters. Wake up and bring those cold cases to justice. Bring them forward, bring them to light. Open those cases up and determine whose DNA is on those people. Who is responsible? Give us answers to why so many people are missing in Wexford County. Tell us. Tell us what's going on and tell us who's responsible. And stop allowing these cases to go cold. I will stand here and scream, wake up, Wexford County. What happened to these people? Oh, let me guess. At the hands of monsters? They're standing around the community where more people are in danger? Open the cold cases. Let's start there. Let's take out the child abuse in Wexford County. Let's not forget Let's take the hands of the monsters and the offenders away from children in Wexford County. How about that? How about we start doing monthly checks? How about that? How about we stand and we do monthly checks to make sure children in the home are safe and they're not with offenders? Because as you see, Rebecca was lost due to that at 1 year old because her mother wasn't responsible enough to take her away from offenders. How about we apply new laws in Wexford County? Let's not treat any more victims like they are another rug user gone bad. Let's not treat these missing cases as if, they were on drugs, so, they probably went out and partied and got unalived. Open the cold cases, Wexford County. Open them up. Determine what happened to these people. It ain't just Becca. Kyle Mosher. Jimmy Strobel. What happened to them? Tell us. Tell us what happened, Wexford County. Open the cases up. Plop the files open. Determine if there was corruption within this county when an autopsy was done. Determine that. Determine what appropriate steps were taken in order to solve a case that's been cold now. Was there misconduct? Tell us. What happened to Kyle Mosher? What happened to Jimmy Strobel? Let's start with not allowing offenders in the same home where they can sit comfortably around people's children. Let's do that. Let's wake up, Wexford County. What happened to these people? There's people that want answers. And we want answers.
Behind all
we're not
the holiday
stopping.
Magic,
you know what we're going to pressure? Matter of fact, we're going to pressure Becca's law. And not only that, but how about we start changing some laws in Wexford County? How about we start looking at things and let's open in these cases up to determine answers. There are families still sitting there without answers. What about those families? Why aren't they nationwide?
Maybe we'll make something. Me, myself, I got nothing to prove. You got a fast car, and I got a plan to get us out of here. Been working at the convenience store. Managed to save just a little bit of money.
I highly encourage Flood the Lines of the Attorney General's office.
And you and I can both get jobs. Finally see what it means to be living.
Because what is going on with all these cases and why these people aren't getting justice? There are mamas out there with grieving hearts that still haven't received justice. Why don't we open up the cold cases? Let's review them. Let's go over them. Let's see, Wexford.
She's more than just a pretty face.
Let's review every single one of them.
Late night bar.
Let's see what the steps were
More
done.
than just a
Let's take a look. Let's take a look at all the things that were done. Was it done correctly? Because we united could come together and seek answers. Because what if it was your loved one? What if it was your loved one that was in that position? And they were missing and you got zero answers. How would you feel? I'm pretty sure you would feel the same way. I hope that we wake up in the next month or so and some cold cases are being reopened in Wexford County and considered and looked at thoroughly. What happened to Jimmy Strobel? What happened to Kyle Mosier? And what happened to Rebecca Park? Justice is coming for Becca. It's coming for Becca, for sure. And she's going to be smiling on that courtroom. I pray that you do the right thing when it comes to Rebecca's case. I pray that you examine, and I pray that the day of sentencing that these two get and Rebecca smile down on that courtroom knowing that she has people standing for her. She has people standing on the internet that she don't even know. Standing here, willing to say, you know what? We want justice. We want answers. What happened? And you know what else we're in demand of? We're in demand for answers for Jimmy Strobel and Kyle Mosier. We pray that you reopen those cases and you would re-examine the facts. And do the right thing. Get these families answers to what happened to their loved ones. You know, I quote you. I was talking to Jimmy Strobel's mother yesterday. And my heart hurts for that woman. She has spent the last almost 12 years trying to seek justice. And you know, she was once told, at least you're at peace that your son didn't want to be a burden to you. You can be at peace. That family was stripped of their rights to grieve. That family was stripped of it. They didn't get the answers they were seeking because a mother knows their child, and she knew he wouldn't take off in the woods just to unalive himself. Reopen that case, Wexford County, and tell us who is responsible for this. Reopen them back up and look a little closer. Spending 4 hours on the phone with that woman yesterday, my heart hurt for her. As a mother, you would want to know why or who did this to your child, right? That mother has been to the police station numerous of times seeking justice, wanting to know answers, providing cooperating evidence, begging and pleading for answers. And it's just, well, you can be at peace that he didn't want to be a burden. The thing is, Wexford County, he wasn't a burden to her. You know why? Because she loved her son. Would you want that told to you if that was your child? Reopen the cold cases, Wexford County. Reopen them back up. And give this family peace. Kyle Mosier's family. Jimmy Strobel's family. Because we're going to fight for them just like we have Rebecca. And we're not going to stop. I can assure you that we will stand here and we will ask every single day. Open the cold cases. There's plenty of people behind me. It takes a village. Re-examine the evidence that was presented to you. Open those cold cases to determine what went wrong here. Was there somebody that didn't do their job here? Was there somebody that didn't take a little closer to evidence and take into consideration and do the things that were needed to be done to find the person responsible? I think Project 2026 needs to be clean up Wexford County. Offend but never re-offend. Stop allowing offenders to be in the homes comfortably. Where another child could be harmed. You know, we can always say, we can sit here and we can always come together and say, you know, well, they offended. That doesn't mean that they won't again. I'm talking in general. You have people that are comfortably... Look at Bradley Bartholomew. In the Rebecca Park case, was sitting comfortably in a home where there was a 14-year-old child. When you are an offender, you are not supposed to be around children. And then these children come up missing. These children come up endangered. They come up hurt. We're giving them opportunities. So why don't we start a new year off nationwide of cleaning those cities up where we don't allow them to reoffend? Because I can guarantee if there's some laws and rules set in place, they'll stop reoffending. Guaranteed. How about monthly check-ins where the offender's registered? Surprise visits. Open the cold cases, Wexford. If the internet could do anything, I encourage the internet to instruct or plea with Wexford County to open up those cold cases. Open them up. Take a look at it. Doesn't cost you much time. Look at it as if it was your loved one and they were missing and you had no answers. Treat each and every single case with urgency. Let not another one be failed. Any county nationwide, not just Wexford, I'm saying all across the world. Let not another one go with not the sense of urgency. human life matters, right? Treat every single case if it was your family member. Reopen those cases and take a look at what happened to Jimmy Strobel and give his sweet mom some answers. Give Kyle Mosier's family answers. Determine what happened. Because we know we're on the path to seeking justice for Rebecca. Let's not also forget those two victims. Justice for Jimmy Strobel and justice for Kyle Mosier as well. Be the voice that helps get the answers for them too. Re-examine what was presented to you. Wexford, Cadillac, anywhere. Re-examine it. I pray that we wake up in the next month or so and we see headlines that those cases are being reopened and they're being investigated properly. Those two guys didn't deserve it either. Let's start cleaning up Wexford County and any county that this kind of stuff is occurring in nationwide. Offend but never re-offend. There's voices on the internet that is willing to push out their stories. There's voices on the internet that's willing to fight for justice the same as Rebecca Park. If one thing that Rebecca did is she brought millions of people together where we'll stand united, where we'll stand for the right side, where we promise to make those changes and we promise to fight for those changes. She brought people together in a community that will stand on the true side of things, that will fight to seek justice for everybody. You know, if there was nobody fighting, guess what? Rebecca's case would have been another cold one. We can pray today that there's never another cold case in Wexford County. And I'm saying Wexford County because most of our people right now that we're covering is from Wexford County. Take a step back, Wexford, and identify that there's a problem in that community. There is a huge problem. And start putting those problems through a microscope. Yeah, or any county. Take a look at it. I mean, I imagine that you don't want the internet to determine there's a problem. I'm sure y'all are very aware that there was a problem in Wexford County. You know what, Justice for All, we're going to stand here and fight for your son, too. We're going to fight for answers. We want to know what happened to Jimmy Strobel. I do. And I'm sure everybody here will too. Project 2026 is clean up Wexford. Determine what's going on here. And move forward with better justice for these victims.
Y'all ready? You step down and
Stop sentencing the wrong people and sentence the right people. We stand with you.
I'm on the stage right now, singing your favorite song. Look in the crowd, you know where to be found as they sing along. I say you
Can
look
I ask
good
what's
without
funny,
no
Miss
makeup,
Ramirez?
no lashes, even better when you wake up. I see the look on your face, I see you hiding the hate, I see you looking for someone to scoop you right off your feet. You wanna ride in the rain, you wanna go out on dates, you want somebody to come bring you flowers, someone to talk to for hours, wash your back while y'all sit in the shower, someone to tell you you're beautiful, someone to tell you and mean it, someone to tell you I love you every day and don't got a reason. You want someone to bring you peace, someone to help you sleep, someone to pick you up when you're
For all of
feeling
you guys
down,
out
feeling
there,
lonely.
I do want you guys to know that I have a poster posted up of Jimmy Strobel. If you guys would take the time to share that out and demand answers, I would greatly appreciate that. I'm working on one for Kyle Mosier as well.
Somebody who can make it better. Somebody who can open up those gates.
We're gonna each
Open up
rise
those
up.
gates to your heart. Only if you'll let me. I'm on the stage right now,
We're gonna rise up.
singing your favorite.
And we're gonna rise up together. And we're gonna get answers for these mamas that have waited a long time for answers. We're gonna come together collectively. And we're gonna pray over Wexford County, and we're gonna pray that Wexford, you wake up and give us answers. Open those cold cases. Let's stand as one and not fight against each other. Let's go together. And let's all collectively get answers. For victims all across the world, we could use our voices for answers. And we all can be a force.
You're broken down and tired of living life on the merry-go-round, and you can't find a fighter, but I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out. Move mountains. We
Let's
gon'
start
walk it
shaking.
out and move
Let's start shaking the grounds nationwide.
And I'll rise like the day, I'll rise up.
Justice for All, I have Jimmy's picture posted up on my, you just click on my account, and I have the poster for Jimmy posted. And a lot of other people will repost it as well.
I'll rise unafraid, I'll rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again. And I'll rise up, I like the waves, I'll rise up, in spite of the ache, I'll rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again. You The silence is quiet, and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe. And I know you feel like dying, but I promise
We'll take the world to its feet. Let's start shaking the nation.
Mountains, bring it to its feet. Move mountains, and I'll rise up. I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up.
Let's rise and let's shake the nation.
Rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again.
Mamas, daddies, uncles, brothers, cousins, we can come together and we can shake this nation. We can shake the nation to apply laws to cut counties
And for
nationwide.
that we have each other. And
We can do it.
rise, we will rise.
We can do it for Becca. Guess how many more we can do it for?
We'll rise. I'll rise up, rise like the day. I'll rise up in spite of the ache. I will rise 1,000 times again. And we'll rise up. I like the waves. We'll rise up in spite of the ache. We'll rise up, and we'll do it 1,000 times again.
We can start making changes. We can start being the voice. We are blessed with a voice every day. We can use our voices to be advocates. And for all you out there that have a missing loved one, that haven't had the justice, lean on us. We're good. We've got you.
Are we ready for this party?
Guests are on
We'll be that voice. We wake up with a voice. We are blessed every single day. Let's start using them. Here you go, mamas. Here you go, everybody that may be struggling. The loved one that's missing.
Sometimes in our lives, we all have pain, we all have sorrow. But if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Please swallow your pride. If I have faith, you need to borrow, for no one can feel those of your needs that you won't let show. You just call on me, brother, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you'll understand. We all need somebody
Thank you guys
to
for this. I appreciate it.
lean on. Lean on me when you're shoulder when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you'll understand. We all need somebody to lean on. If there is a load you have to bear that you can't carry, I'm right up the road. I'll share your load if you just call me. Call me.
Thank you,
If you
Ann.
need a friend, call me. If you need a friend, if you ever need a friend, call me. Call me. Call me. Call me.
We will be the voice for children nationwide, for advocates for adults who go missing. Everybody, just know.
With psoriatic arthritis,
We'll share it out there.
mornings came with
Let's demand
sore,
justice.
swollen, and
Let's all collectively come together and share one voice, one mind. And know that you're at peace with knowing there is people.
It's like a storm that cuts a path. It breaks your will. It feels like that. You think you're lost, but you're not lost on your own. You're not alone. I will stand by you. I will help you through when you've done all you can do and you can't cope. I will dry your eyes. I will fight your fight. I will hold you tight, and I won't let go. It hurts my heart to see you cry. I know it's
There are many people. There's many people out there that's willing to be a voice for everybody. We all won't back down. I'm grateful for every single one of you that has come together during the time of Rebecca missing, and I look forward to the future. I look forward to the future of everybody coming collectively together to stand as one and be a voice for many people out there. This app needs a difference, and our voices can make it a difference. Welcome in, Chelsea. Our voices can come together and we can make a difference on this app. And we can be the voice for many.
I keep fighting voices in my mind that say I'm not
Thank you so much, Chelsea.
enough. Every single lie that tells me I will never measure up. Am I more than just the sum of every high and every low?
This is an army, and we together as an army
Remind
can make
me
a difference
once
in
again
this world.
just who I am, because I need to know. Ooh, oh, you say I'm loved when I can't feel a thing. You say I'm strong when I think
We are
I'm
family, we
weak.
unite as one.
And you say I'm
Instead of division, why can't
when
we
I'm
just one?
falling short, and when I don't belong. Oh,
want
you
change,
say I
it
am
starts with
yours,
change.
and I believe. Oh, I believe what you say of me.
And we can be a
I
voice for others.
believe the only thing that matters now is everything you think of me.
And you know what? Yes, justice for all. And you know what? We may stumble and we may fall, but this next song is going to lead us right into getting back up. We'll bring our hard-fought hallelujahs, and we'll stand for everybody nationwide. Let's start screaming for the nation. Let's start making a difference. Let's all come together and make a difference.
Yeah, I don't always feel it. Yeah, but that's when I need it the most. So I'm gonna keep on singing till my soul catches up with my song.
Thank you, Jonah.
There's times when my hands go up freely, times that it calls. There's days when
Let's be the
praise
voices
comes
for the
out
voiceless.
easy, days when it takes all the strength I got. I'll bring my heartfelt, been through hell, hallelujah. And I'll bring my storm-tossed, torn-sailed story to tell, hallelujah. Oh, oh, oh. 'Cause God, you've been patient. God, you've been gracious. Faithful
take anything to be a voice. You know how you can start being a voice for the voiceless? Sharing a post, reposting, it doesn't cost anything. It's reposting, sharing that voice, sharing the flyer, standing with everybody. That's how you be a voice for the voiceless. And that's how you stand united as one. You don't physically have to be there. We're all across the world. But we can utilize our social medias to start being those voices. We can come together as one and we can start demanding answers nationwide.
Oh, I've wrestled with the darkness.
Hey, beautiful Kay.
But I'm trying to reach for the light.
Thank you, Carla.
Yeah, the struggle keeps me honest. And it breaks down the walls of my pride. 'Cause faith is improving like gold till it's been through the fire. Oh, my head, heart, and hands are feeling heavy. That's when I lift them just a little higher. Now bring my heartfelt big through hell. Hallelujah.
Many prayers to you, Southern Spice.
Now bring my storm-tossed for self story to tell. Hallelujah.
Let's see.
God, you've been patient.
Let's see what Rebecca has brought together. Everybody drop your state. What state are you from? Let's tell how many states that Rebecca has brought together collectively to be a voice for many others as well.
God, you've been gracious.
Florida,
Faithful,
North Dakota, Arkansas, Pennsylvania, Indiana, Virginia, New York, Canada, Rhode Island, Texas, Colorado, South Jersey, Minnesota, New York, Pittsburgh, Tennessee, Pennsylvania, Arizona, South Carolina, Australia, Texas, NT. Look at that. Look at that love. Mass, Ohio, Oregon, Maryland, Kentucky, Sweden, Missouri, West Virginia, New Jersey, Michigan. Florida, Mexico. Illinois, Tennessee. Look at that. The whole world. And look at you guys all over the world. And look.
Kroger shoppers get up
Just
high
your voice in a
and
chat or
down low prices.
reposting.
Kroger,
You are a
fresh
voice for the
everyone.
voiceless nationwide. Imagine how far we can reach nationwide. Kansas, Missouri, Nebraska, Oklahoma.
Real results, like skin
Mississippi.
that's still more.
Louisiana. That is what you call a nation right there.
I thought the world had something special I was missing. My daddy told me not to chase it, didn't listen.
Tomorrow is the birthday of my father, who passed away tragically in 2017. Rebecca has brought so many people together. And for that, I'm grateful.
Fell down hill a mile a minute. Before I knew it, I was living in a pigsty, a long, long way from home. I went running like a rebel, racked up debts I couldn't pay. I went dancing with the devil, one foot in the grave. How the heaven did I get here when it threw it all away? All I've given you was trouble, all you've given me was grace. And the freedom I was chasing felt like prison. Lord, I've done so many things, wish I didn't.
I'm grateful for each of you.
After all the risky business, could I ever be forgiven? I'm afraid to even ask to come back home. 'Cause I went running like a rebel, racked up debts I couldn't pay. I went dancing with the devil, one foot in the grave. And how the heaven did I get here when it threw it all away? All I've given you is trouble, all you've given me is grace. Giving me is grace. When I sobered up, came back to my senses, I was too far gone to make up all the distance. I gambled all that I'd been given. I was broke, alone, and wishing that I could turn around and go back.
This song is called Daddy's DNA.
When I heard the sound, first steps down the road, and you came running like a rebel, paid off debts I couldn't pay. And you went dancing with the devil, sent that liar to his grave. How the heaven did I get here, where every sin has been erased? All I've given you is trouble, and all you've given me is grace. There was something in the marrow, always coursing through my veins, but buried deeper than the rubble is my daddy's DNA.
Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. That's why I wanted to come on here and spend some time with you guys. And because tomorrow I will be absent. It's usually a very hard day for me, so I usually just take that day to grieve. Yes, it's called Daddy's DNA.
I can hear the words rolling off the tip of your tongue.
This band here is from TikTok. I love listening to them as well. Their name is Chapel
Me
Heart.
so blown away. I can see the wheels turning, boy, inside of your head. And you're worried about it sounding cliche.
If you guys like them, they have a TikTok page.
With me, you don't
They're
have to
incredible.
be so
This is one of their
clever. As long as it's straight from your heart. So don't overanalyze, hypothesize. Don't try to find some bigger word to describe what this is. 'Cause it ain't rocket science or poem rhyme with mastermind. It is what it is. So give it to me, simple babe. Oh, it's easy to do. Just say I love you.
Thank you, amazing voice.
I appreciate the time and thought to impress me. It's so like you to go above and beyond. I wouldn't put it past you, baby, to have it written in the sky or to serenade me.
She's
with
really good. They're called
a
Chapel Heart.
song. So let's give it all the shock and awe and break it down. It's me and you we're talking about. So don't overanalyze.
Yes,
How about the
Chapel Heart.
size? Don't try to find some bigger words to describe what this is. 'Cause it ain't rocket science or poem rhyming with masterminding. It is what it is. So give it to me, simple baby. Oh, it's easy to do. Just say I love you.
Aren't they amazing? They've wrote so many songs, and let me tell you guys, their music is the way to the soul. I'll tell you. Music is one of my favorites, and music also heals wounds that you didn't know existed. And I know that Becca listened to a lot of music, and I know that she was expressing herself through music a lot. I feel that from her. I feel that, she used a lot of music to express herself. So before I go tonight, I'm going to replay her song one last time. And I thank each and every single one of you for being here, being with us, hanging out with us, being a part, being a voice, being together. And I'm grateful for each and every single one of you.
Yet another toothpaste that...
You guys have been there from the start, and you guys are a wonderful team to a lot of us.
It's always who cuts first and never who bleeds last. Rumors always turn into yelling and fighting. And once it's in your mind, only one way you're driving. I know. I'ma take the high road, maybe get stoned, have a little too much of something terrible. And I'ma let you cool down while I walk out. You ain't messing me up like the times before. I don't need a ticket to your shit show. Knock yourself out and hit
trying to
know
get
that
her up
rumors
there.
always turning to yelling and fighting.
Me too.
And once it's in my mind, only one way I'm driving, you know.
I know that I'ma take the high road, maybe get stoned, have a little too much of something terrible. I'ma let you cool down while I walk out. You ain't rumors always turning and yelling and fighting. And once it's in your mind, only one way you're driving. I know, I'ma take the high road, maybe get stoned, have a little too much of something terrible. And I'ma let you cool down while I walk out. You ain't messing me up like the times before. I don't need a ticket to your shit show. Knock yourself out and hit a new low. I'ma take the high road, take the high road, take the high road.
Grateful for you, Sonny.
You don't wanna talk about it, boy, that's no surprise. You come home smelling like liquor like every other night. If I catch you with her, you gon' catch me with him. You think I don't hear about it, you better think again. You know that rumors always turning to yelling and fighting. And once it's in my mind, only one way I'm driving, you know.
I know that I'ma take the high road, maybe get stoned, have a little too much of something terrible. I'ma let you cool down while I walk out. You ain't messing me up like the times before. I don't need a ticket to your shit show. Knock yourself out and hit a new low. I'ma take the high road, take the high road, take the high road. I'ma take the high road, maybe get stoned, have a little too much of something terrible. I'ma let you cool down while I walk out. You ain't messing me up like the times before. And I don't need a ticket to your shit show. Knock yourself out and hit a new low. I'ma take the high road, take the high road, take the high road. I'ma take the high road, take the high road, take the high
I appreciate all of you guys, and I'm gonna hop off tonight and go get some rest. But I do want to thank each and every single one of you. If anybody goes live, I will come in and support you as well. I will be right there supporting you guys. Much love to each and every single one of you. Thank you again for being here. And we will see you guys soon.